You are an ex-assassin who is currently being hunted down by your own organization. But what would you do if you were being hunted by yourself? We start things off with our main protagonist, Will Smith, the guy from Fortnite, setting up a gun while taking notes as a train comes into view. He then gets into a very sus position as he targets a man just chilling on his computer, who happens to be a bioterrorist. He waits a second before precisely headshotting the guy on a moving train. He then proceeds to celebrate his victory royale with his boy Marino, who shows him a video of the victim getting absolutely obliterated. Hey man, delete that. Nah, do it. Fine. We then cut to Will burning a picture of the guy he just murked. He talks to his boss, Dell, and tells him that he is retiring. Dude, why are you retiring? Killing bad. Oh, okay. Moments after announcing his retirement, Will heads out to rent a boat as any ex-assassin would do. After flirting with a totally not important boat saleswoman, he hops on his boat and floats away. He then meets with his buddy Jack on his yacht, who then asks him if he recognizes who the man he killed is. He reveals that the man Will killed wasn't a bioterrorist, but was actually a pretty chill guy, and a biologist. Damn, Will, you dyslexic? They go in for a bro hug and we cut to the guys who originally hired Will, who were secretly spying on the conversation the whole time. Talk about company privacy, am I right? They decide to put a hit out on Will since he now knows the truth. As Will returns to his boat, he notices that there is a listening device secretly placed in his boat. We all know who could have done this. That's right, Boat Lady. Will then goes to the boat lady and says that he knows she is spying on him. She says she doesn't know what he's talking about, so Will asks her where she lives. Calm down, bro, you gotta get her number first. She is naturally creeped out by all this and tries to get back to work. This doesn't stop Will, as he then asks her out on a date. She then accepts as any normal person would do in this situation. Will later meets her while bringing a printed ID of her proving that she is a liar. Oops, busted. Despite being outed as a spy, Will still seems interested in her. He also finds out that Boat Lady's real name is Danny. Wait, that's a man's name. After they go their separate ways, we cut to our boy Jack vibing on his yacht. Uh-oh. Seems he's not alone as two assassins ambush him and take he and his wife out for a swim. After that mayhem, we get a mental flashback that shows us Will's darkest dream. A first-person view of teenage Will's father teaching him how to swim. Adult Will is then woken up by his house alarm going off and spots multiple gunmen approaching his house. He then enters his bedroom's trapdoor that every bedroom has and then calls his pal Marino. Hey man, you gotta hide. Nah fam, I'm good. Dude, people are going to try to kill you. Nah man, I'm built different. As it turns out, he was not built different. And after taking out the gunmen by his house, Will goes to Danny's house and offers her some of her own coffee. We are both in danger. Shit, for real? Danny returns to her boathouse to grab her keys but then gets jumped by an assassin. After a short fight, she and her assassin hear gunshots. Uh-oh. She realizes that there is more than one assassin after them. So she gets the upper hand and starts interrogating him. Will checks up on her and she gives him a present in the form of teeth. She says that they need to go after Lassiter, who seems to know a bit about the assassins. As they escape, we see Lassiter talking to a man and some drip. We need to send our squad Gemini after them. No, don't care, did it anyways. Bruh. We return to Will and Danny while she's consuming expired crackers. They are then picked up by Baron, who arrives in a motherfucking plane. He steals Danny's expired crackers before they take off. Damn, dude. You can't just take someone's crackers like that. Not cool. We go back to Dell, who's in school with his son, when suddenly, Will calls him. He goes on to steal a girl's phone and tells Will that the person who he killed on the train actually worked for Gemini. Damn, Will. Talk about going in for a double whammy. Will goes on to explain to Danny that Gemini are a very dangerous group of assassins. Basically, they can make you disappear if you make fun of their drip. Later on, he explains that in the past he was afraid of water and his dad forced him to swim, which caused him to drown. Poor Will. The next day, Will wakes up due to his sniper senses tingling and books it after the sniper. After getting shot at for a bit, he takes out his own gun, and as he is about to secure the dub, he sees the sniper's face and he hesitates. Hey, he looks kinda familiar. Will decides to get in closer to the sniper, and after a short gunfight, they start talking. Hey, I don't want to shoot you, bro. Yeah, I kinda don't care. They continue fighting and Will gets yeeted off the building. Will proceeds to commit Grand Theft Auto and steals a motorcycle. He shortly finds out that the assassin had the same idea as him. Damn bro, don't copy my style. They go on to have a motorcycle gunfight, and after wrecking his new bike, the assassin steals another fucking motorcycle and chases after Will. He falls off of his motorcycle and has to dodge multiple motorcycle attacks. Yeah, you heard me right. My man is being attacked by a motorcycle. After getting a whole ass motorcycle being thrown at him, Will gets arrested by the Spanish police. After getting bailed out of jail, Will, Danny, and Baron decide to fly to Budapest to talk to their boy Yuri. During the flight, we see Danny tending to Will's wounds. Later on, we see the assassin with Clay, his father figure, who is also tending to his wounds. Huh, pretty similar. The assassin is scolded for not keeping the high ground during the fight. Hey man, not everyone is Obi-Wan. We now go to a bloody mass shooting in a small town with blood and bodies everywhere. Haha, just kidding, it's a training exercise. The assassin is told that Will is now in Budapest. Wonder how they found that out. We return to Danny, who is giving someone a blood sample to be DNA tested. She reveals to Will Smith that the assassin has identical DNA to him. Yup, you guessed it, the assassin is actually a clone. Will decides now is the best time to talk to Yuri, who explains that in 1995, Will was secretly cloned to create the perfect soldier. He also reveals that he was secretly stalking Will this whole time. Creepy. Will then decides he wants to speak to his clone, to see if all their, proportions line up. He pays a biker to deliver a message to Lassiter, telling her that he doxed her. She then receives a phone call. Get my boy Clonesmith to Budapest. He's already there. Wait, what? Will decides that the best course of action is to let the clone take Danny as a hostage. Smart guy. As she approaches the clone, he tells her to strip. Kinky. After a lengthy inspection, he makes her call Will and tells him that he has 12 minutes to meet them at the catacombs. When they arrive, Clonesmith sets up a makeshift tripwire while Danny starts hinting at him that he is being fed lies about Will Smith. He doesn't buy it and shuts her up with some tape. Well, that's one way to gag a lady, am I right? The tripwire suddenly goes off and Will disarms and holds Clonesmith at gunpoint. He quickly robs him and frees Danny, who reveals she had a listening device in her molar the whole time. Clever girl. Will tells Clonesmith all of his likes and dislikes and what he likes to do for a hobby.
Still a virgin, right?
Oh my god, how did he know? Will finally tells the clone that he is a clone. He obviously doesn't believe it, and after Will insults Clay, who is his daddy, they start fighting. Danny attempts to help with her immense power only to get immediately kicked in the face. You go, girl. After stabbing Will with a bone, the clone decides to take Will out for a swim. As Will Smith is being drowned by Clonesmith, Danny saves the day by shooting the clone in the shoulder. Nice one. He got away though. Will and the gang decide to go to Georgia, and on the plane we see Danny patching up Will's wounds. We then see Clonesmith's wounds being patched up by Clay. Interesting. Clonesmith then confronts Clay about being a clone. Why did you make me, Dad? Because you would be a stronger soldier than Will, since you now actually have a dad. Oh, okay. They then go in for a bro hug. After arriving in Georgia, Will and friends enter a horse stable only for Will to get injected with bee juice. As he is suffocating, Clonesmith says, "It's just a prank, bro," and administers an EpiPen. He then cuts open Will's arm, revealing a tracker that the agency planted into him. Ah, so that's why I couldn't go past metal detectors in the airport. They decide to work together to take down Clay. Will tells his new clone best friend that his mother was abusive and his dad left him when he was young. Sad boy hours. Clonesmith says his name was just Junior. What a stupid name. Let's keep calling you Clonesmith. He then gets a call from Clay saying to get the hell out of there before they spot someone about to shoot a big-ass missile at them. They all manage to escape unscathed except for Baron, who is too slow to exit the car. Rest in peace, Baron. Clonesmith tries to confront Clay about killing Will, but Clay doesn't give a shit. Suddenly, in a nearby shop, Will and Danny are shooting at assassins who seem to miss all of their shots. Seems they have gone to the same school stormtroopers went to. Meanwhile, Clay and Clonesmith start duking it out. Eventually, Clonesmith gets the upper hand and points a gun at Clay before deciding just to smack him. In the meantime, Will and Danny are cornered in a hardware store. Will takes out multiple assassins with just one bullet. Such skill! Suddenly, Clonesmith arrives to the rescue, who promptly takes out the rest of the assassins. As they reunite, Clay wakes up and sends down an assassin in drip to finish them off. As he breaks in and attacks them, he gets shot at, but to no avail. That's right, this boy is bulletproof. Danny decides to light him on fire, and Clonesmith shoots at him more, which finally takes him down. Like a Scooby-Doo cartoon, they decide to unmask him only to reveal. Wait for it. Another Clonesmith? Yeah, bet you didn't see that one coming, huh? He dies after being revealed, and then Clay walks in and states that he was trying to create an army of Will Smith to protect the world. Bruh, why do you want to clone me? 'Cause you got the highest kill-death ratio. Then why didn't you just hire me? Because these clones don't have daddy issues. Clonesmith has enough of this and tries to shoot Clay, but Will stops him and steals his kill. Not cool, man. Later on, Will goes to meet Dell, who claims that there are no more clones of him. Wait, if Clay's whole plan was to create a small team of Will Smith, then why did he only make 2? Kinda sus if you ask me. After the chat, Will Smith heads to Clonesmith's college and spots him hanging out with his friends. He and Will go in for a bro hug, and Will gives Clonesmith a new identity and some papers. So, what do you want your new name to be? Jackson. Wait, that's my mother's name. Exactly.